Hello and welcome to the first tutorial in this series of tutorials for the mission editor in ARMA 2 Operation Arrowhead. If you only got ARMA 2, you should still be able to follow this tutorial because the editors are pretty much the same. Anyways, I'm only going to go through all the features in the mission editor. I'm not going to go through stuff like scripting, etc. I may use a few script lines, but nothing fancy. Anyways, let's start at the top. You've got this drop down. The first one, mission, is our main mission, so this is where we'll place all of our units. And the intros and outros will be played prior and after the mission. So, for example, if you lose or win, one of these will be played. And this basically works the same way as a mission, so you can place units separately in each one. However, in the intros and the outros, the player unit will be controlled by AI. Anyway, you should make the mission in mission. The next one, Intel, this is just some simple information about the mission, like a name. We could call it infiltration. And infiltrate the enemy camp. Right. And then we've got the date and time. And this is a 24-hour based clock. So this is like 3 p.m. And then we've got the weather and the forecasted weather, as well as fog and forecasted fog. This is the weather that you want when the mission starts. And if you put it all the way to the right, it'll be sunny and the sky will be clear of clouds. And if you put it all the way to the left, you'll have a thunderstorm. And this one is just the amount of fog to have in the game. So I'm just going to turn these all the way to the left, and the forecasted weather and fog is the weather that the game is going to transition to in about 30 minutes after the game starts. So let's just put that to sunny, and maybe give it a little fog up here. And the last one, the independence, is one of the sites, and this just defines which team the independents are friendly to. So nobody blue 4 up for everybody. Just gonna leave that up on blue 4. I'm gonna go through the edit modes in the next tutorials, in the next parts. The load is pretty self-explanatory. You just select a map and choose a mission. The save button, just enter a name and then you choose what to save it as. The user mission are the missions that you can load up in the editor, so this is basically the missions you make. Then if you want to release them later, you either choose export to single missions or export to multiplayer missions, and this will pack the mission into a PBO, a file archive, and then I think it's placed in the game folder in folders named missions and MP missions respectively. And the last one, sent by email, will also pack the mission as a PBO and then open up your default email program. But just leave it on user mission and then save it as well, whatever you like. I'm just going to call it YouTube infiltration. And okay. The merge feature, you can select a map and then a mission, and then this will import the selected mission into the current mission. So like, let's say that you've got in this mission that you've got a huge enemy camp that you spent a lot of time building and you want to reuse it in this map. You can use this feature to import it into this map. The clear one simply starts over. The IDs button shows all the IDs of the various objects in the game world. And this is used mainly for scripting, so that, for example, if you wanted to do something with this house, you would have to use the ID of the house to reference it in a script. but I'm not going to go into details on that one, maybe in another tutorial. But on this I'm just going to focus on the editor itself. And the textures one just toggles between this white background and a texturized background. And then the exit button is pretty self-explanatory. Oh, by the way, when you save, if you use an existing name, the game will not ask if you want to override it. So let's say that you save it, if you enter a name of another mission that you've already created, that mission will be overridden. So be careful about that. Anyways, see you in the next tutorial, hopefully, where I'll start with the units edit mode. Thanks for watching, and see you later.